It's 1979, and at Parstiche station in Cornwall we see the London Kensington to St Austell motor rail train passing through. We will see more of it later in the video. A local stopping service from Newquay arrives at Parstiche and comes gently to a stand at platform 3. Class 50, number 50020 Revenge, arrives at platform 2 with an up train from Penzance to London Paddington. Class 50s were introduced on the Western region from 1972 onwards and were used, amongst many other duties, on through express workings from London to the West Country. They were gradually replaced on these duties by the introduction of HSTs from 1979 onwards, but could still be seen in Cornwall in the mid-1980s. The loco is by Lima, and the coaches are old Hornby models. All have been simply modified and improved. The Class 121 bubble car departs Parstiche on another local trip to Newquay. A motor rail train of car flats bound for St Austell pauses at platform 1. Motor rail trains ran between various locations between 1966 and 1995. Some trains conveyed passengers as well as cars, and some just cars, as seen here. I have converted the wagons from Hornby car flats, and you can see how I did it by clicking on the box above or the link shown below in the video description box. The cars are by Oxford Rail, and the Class 47 is a modified and weathered Lima product. A Class 101 DMU on a local stopping service from Plymouth to Penzance pauses at platform 1. The Class 101 was one of the most numerous and widely used types of DMU introduced by British Railways in the 1950s. The first examples were built in 1956, and some were still working in the early years of the 21st century. They first arrived on the Western region in 1967, and by the 1970s they were regularly working in Devon and Cornwall. The model is a detailed and repainted Lima product. As with all my diesels, extra pickups have been added to help smooth slow running. There were about 10 local stopping services each weekday from Newquay, and one is seen here entering platform 3. A train of empty tank wagons arrives from the west. The 4 TTA tanks at the front of the train had contained fuel oil for the diesel maintenance depot at Penzance, and the 3 following cement wagons had discharged their cargo at the Blue Circle distribution depot at Chasewater. The return empties are seen here, pausing briefly at platform 2. The TTA tanks are old Hornby models which have been simply and inexpensively improved. A link to my video showing how it was done can be found above. The cement wagons are much more modern Hornby models, so all they needed before putting them into service was a gentle airbrushing of traffic grime. The line from Newquay runs through St Blaise and terminates in platform 3 of Parstiche station. There is no direct access from the branch to any other platforms, so all trains to and from the resort must use platform 3. On Saturdays, direct through services took precedence over local trains, so the latter were shunted temporarily into platform 2. Newquay has always been a major holiday destination, and the Great Western Railway capitalised heavily on this. By the mid-1950s, there were 22 through trains on Saturdays from places such as Bristol, Plymouth, York, Wolverhampton, Manchester, Newcastle and, of course, London Paddington. By 1979, however, the service was down to about 4 each Saturday. The last loco hauled through service from the capital was on Saturday, 3rd of October 1987. A Class 50 diesel hauling BR Mark I coaches arrives, pauses and departs platform 3 and continues on the last leg of its journey to the sea. Once the through train has departed, the local train can be reshunted back into platform 3. The staple freight traffic of this part of Cornwall is of course China clay. Here we see a train of empty clay hoods returning from the docks at Foy en route to the China clay works at Drenwick Mill. The Class 25 loco is a very old Hornby model which has had extra pickups added, making it a very smooth runner. It has also been renumbered and weathered. There is a link in the box below to my video showing the modifications carried out to this loco. The wagons are by Bachmann and have benefited from some extra weathering from my airbrush. Having been given the road to follow the through train, the Class 121 departs with the stopping service to Newquay. The daily freight flow in 1979 was the 1642 milk train from St Erth to Clapham Junction. A short train, it often ran with only 2 wagons at the start of its journey, as seen here. The milk tank wagons, like so much of my stock, are suitably weathered Lima models. I hope you have enjoyed our second visit to Parstiche in 1979. But that's all for now, and I will see you next time.